We asked you at home to send us a legacy deck could fit under €100, except it has to be the real one. But I'm not gonna play it.
It's gonna be me, Mango. I'm gonna defeat Carl with this €100 deck in Legacy brought us by Rick. It's time for our Legacy battle to start.
It may begin.
Fetch lands are very cool in this format, very good. I'm gonna start with one, Table Passage.
Classic in Legacy, indeed.
Hello, this is Mango, and we're playing a very special Legacy deck today. Sent in by Rick, and we're trying to turn cards permanent into artifact with either Liquid Metal Coating or Liquid Metal Torque, and then blow them up with Ancient Grudge, Smash Smithereens, and so on.
I'll draw a card. And I also have a classic in Legacy. It's a Volcanic Island.
Oh!
Which is more expensive than your deck of Magic cards.
Same power level.
So we asked you for Legacy budget deck submissions, and we picked one at random, and Andrea is playing it. And Rick, who submitted it, is getting this deck. But if Andrea beats me, we send Rick €100. And although I want to give Rick €100, I want to stop losing to Andrea's budget decks. Luckily, I have a powerhouse in my hand. Play a Dragon Rage's Channeler, because it's taps are red and blue, and Dragon Rage's Channeler is just a 1/1. And whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I surveil one. And if I have Delirium, we'll see what happens then.
I'm gonna respond to that with a Fable Passage Crack. I'm gonna pick up a basic island.
Oh, not a volcanic island. But at least it comes in untapped, right?
No, it's tapped.
For you at home that don't know this, Andrea's playing on hard mode today.
But that's okay, because next turn I'm gonna tap and draw. It's gonna be another Legacy staple. It's Liquid Metal Torque. 2 mana for an artifact that says, tap at the colorless, but wait, there's more. Tap, target non-land permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. Does this result, Carl?
I don't know, I'm suspicious. So I don't think I've ever seen anyone play a Liquid Metal Torque before. And because it just seems not good, I feel like I should counter it because it probably combos with something. This might be suboptimal, but I have a card called Daze. There's a 2 mana symbol here, but now it's gonna be free because I'm gonna return this island to my hand, and it's gonna counter it unless you can pay 1. Before it goes to the graveyard,
Oh, that's true.
I have a trigger, Surveil. I look at a card, I decide if it goes on top or in my graveyard, it goes in my graveyard.
Artifact lucky.
I'm very close to Delirium now.
You
I'll draw.
are indeed.
I'll play the Volcanic Island you know about, and I'll just attack you for 1.
Nice, just 1 damage.
And it's your turn.
I'll tap my lands, draw. Roadbunk Crack. I'm simply play on tap because I have a forest and produces red and green. I'm gonna stop it immediately and attempt to Lightning Bolt your Channeler there.
How rude, because even if I make it bigger,
Still a 33.
in response, I will Brainstorm.
Go ahead.
I have a Surveil trigger. I don't want it. Brainstorm will allow me to draw 3 cards. That's it.
No.
I had to put 2 cards back on top of my library, and unfortunately for everyone involved, my Dragon's Rage's Channeler is dead.
But now we have Delirium for the
I do.
future Channelers. I'll continue by tapping 2 mana, and guess what? I have another one.
Again?
Liquid Metal Torque.
It's fine.
It's fine?
Yes.
Is it though? This card is very good. You should be afraid.
Have you read it?
Fine, it's fine. It's all under a plan. I know what I'm doing right here. You can go.
Rick and Andrea know what they're doing.
Exactly.
I will draw the card I know about already, and I'll play a Polluted Delta,
Ooh, checking in the graveyard over there.
and I'll fetch. While I get this island.
What's that? Is that a big flyer?
I don't know what your deck does, but there's
Can't-
no
It
way
really can't be wrong to put Murktide in.
it can beat a 6/6 flyer. Murktide Regents is a 3/3 flyer normally, but every time I exile an instant or sorcery from my graveyard, it gets a +1/+1 counter. And to play it, I will exile 5 instants or sorceries to allow me to pay it for only 2 mana. This is a 6/6. Good luck.
I'll need it. I'll need it. Untap and draw.
Stop smiling when you say that.
Oh yes, I needed this. I needed this, Carl. I'll play a Bountiful Landscape.
You needed a bountiful landscape.
I'll tap
worried.
this thing to turn your Murktide into an artifact.
Congratulations.
And now I'm up for some shenanigans. Ta-da. Destroy target artifact. Dredge 1.
No! This is silly. So dredge means that if you put the top card of your library into your graveyard, instead of drawing a card, you can draw this instead.
For now, I'm attempting to destroy your 6/6 flyer with my 2 mana card.
It's too young to die. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I needed it. I'm gonna also fetch while you're tapped out.
Yes.
And you can go.
So now you can infinitely blow up my creatures.
I think I locked you.
So we don't really know what Andrea's doing, but from all the cards we've seen so far, I think he's playing a Karn deck. So let's make sure there's no card coming out this turn, because this is a turn where it would be backbreaking. We're going to do a lot of suboptimal game actions just to keep him on his back foot for at least one turn to bide time and get the cards we need. I'll start by playing a Wasteland.
Okay, that actually has a target.
I'll then pass the turn.
But you don't Wasteland, all right.
I will.
Okay, you are. So I'm not gonna dredge shenanigans.
Now that you're not dredging shenanigans,
What's happening?
I'd also like to do something.
Surgical?
No.
Oh.
I'll Brazen Borrower. No, sorry, I read it wrong. I'll Petty Thief. That's the other text on it. I can return, yes. I'll return your giant dragon killer back to your hand, and then this Brazen Borrower goes an adventure anytime and they pay 3 mana and get a fairy.
Nice. This was a lot of action in my upkeep. I will take a draw.
Yes.
And, well, it's coming back. Look at my luck to work. Does it resolve?
Unfortunately, it does, yes.
Okay, your turn.
I tried my best.
You try your best.
I'm going to do Brainstorm main phase. You saw it last time. I'll draw 3 cards.
So, Brainstorm is a card that my Mango's Workshop partner Tommy hates.
Because it's the editing.
Yes, you have so much editing to do when you play a Brainstorm.
I'm the editor here,
Yeah.
and I'll allow it.
On Mango's Workshop, we like to avoid Brainstorm decks.
I'd
For
like
that
to
reason.
put these 2 cards at top of my library. I'll play Polluted Delta.
Yes.
I will play a Dragon Rage's Channeler. You remember this one. Fortunately, I have Delirium, so it's a 3/3.
Convenience.
But it has to attack every turn. Thankfully, it has flying. So your blockers can't do anything here. Because I didn't like the cards on top of my library, that's why I put them there. I'll fetch. I'll shuffle this library. And go get this Volcanic Island. And now, using this Volcanic Island, I'll play more spells. I'll Ponder. I will trigger my Dragon Rage's Channeler. Put this top card into my graveyard. I don't think you have to be playing some way to win somehow.
I deck you.
It's working so far because I'm drawing tons of cards.
Yes.
I'll look at the top 3 cards of my library, put them back on top of my library any order, and then I draw a card. I would like this order, please. Thank you,
Okay.
Andrea. Put this into my hand.
I'll untap,
Yes.
and instead of drawing a card, I'm gonna use this powerful ability, Dredge.
I kind of thought you'd do that.
Dredge is like one of the strongest ability of Magic. I'm gonna put the top card of my deck into my graveyard, which is conveniently another shadow effect.
Maybe I'm trying to mill you.
Yeah, it could work. And I'm gonna, first turn this into an artifact.
Yes, it would be an illegal target if
Yes.
not.
And then destroy it.
See, I thought you might be doing that. So I came with a plan.
Ooh, what's the plan?
I have a card called Force of Negation. I can play it for free during your turn, which I do by pitching this Force of Will. I'll exile it to be able to play this for free. And it says, counter target non-creature spell. Wait, if the spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it as owner's graveyard. And while all this commotion has happened, we might forgot that I also get to surveil.
You do, and wow. Now you get rid of my loop. You can go.
On the top. Is that all you've got?
I do, yeah. No, Andrew. You can attack me for the first time of this legacy game.
Why are you at 19? No, because it's the second time.
True, sorry. Well, I don't count 1/1. This is real attacks, you know.
And I'll just pass the turn to you.
All right, untap. Unfortunately, no shenanigans in my graveyard, so I'll just take a draw. I'll pass it to you.
That's it.
That's it.
Just like that.
No plays. It's okay, I have a plan. Don't worry. You can take your turn.
Rick gave you 7 cards. At end of turn, you might have noticed this an adventure time.
Nice. I'm gonna respond to that by dealing 3 damage to your channeler. I could have also made it an artifact, but
it also says a straight target artifact.
I'm gonna.
In this case, it's all the same.
All right, you can go.
Now I have a 3/1 flying.
Yeah, you do.
But it can only block creatures with flying.
I will not attack. My plan is to mill you.
You did say that. Would you like to take 3?
3, it's a real attack, so I'll take it.
I'm gonna play another Dragon Ranges.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, they're great, right? And go ahead.
All right, on top and draw. I need a good one.
I'm sure Rick put a lot of really good cards in your deck, but you're playing against an actual legacy deck now in the Ramenguchi. I know you are a champion, but this is going to be a hard race.
It is. I really need more Shatter Effect. I play so many, but for now, let's try to play the actually most expensive card of my deck. Card, the Great Creator. This is a Planeswalker that has activate ability of your opponent control can be activated. This would be a combo with my 4 Lucomata coding that I have, by the way.
And then you can turn my artifact lands into creatures, and then because they have no toughness, they die.
Yes, not as good with this one, but what does the most importantly is -2, I pick up any card from my sideboard, put it in my hand. -2, I'm gonna access to my sideboard or my exile zone, but I have Ensnaring Bridge in my sideboard. For now, actually, I have a lot of cards in my hand, so it's not as good, but in the future, this card will be very, very handy.
So now you have a Planeswalker. I'll have to attack that, you are aware.
This was a sacrifice.
First of all, time to sacrifice. One of them's at you. This deck is called Delver, so I'm gonna play a Delver of Secrets.
Nice.
Which is just a 1/1, and on my upkeep, we'll see what it does. I'll pass it on to you. You're under a lot of pressure, Andrea.
I am, but what if I draw a Frontier Bivouac.
Wonderful.
I really needed an untap land there. It's time, Carl. I need this to resolve. I'll tap 3 lands and play
Is it your bridge?
Ensnare Bridge.
Yeah,
This
it's time to read
one
it.
says, creatures with power greater than the number of my hand can't attack.
So can you play one of those cards? Because these attack for 3.
I can.
I'm going to take 1 damage because I'm going to exile a Force of Will from my hand to play another one, which once again, like the other one, I exile a blue card from my hand, pay 1 life, the counter target spell, but before, I'm going to surveil. I don't want it.
You don't want it. No, you really don't. I don't know what can I draw, but
I'll
go ahead.
look at the top card of my library with the Delver of Secrets. It's a lightning bolt.
No!
Everything's coming up, Carl. And not great for Andrea and Rick here. When I show an instant or sorcery on the top of my library at the beginning of my turn, this turns into an Insectile Aberration, which is a 3/2 flying. I'm just going to keep this here.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack you for 3. Plus 3. Plus 3.
Go to 1.
I'll hit you for 3 with this lightning bolt. At least for Rick and Andrea here, you get the sideboard now.
As every card the Great Creator deck does, my sideboard is plenty of one-off that needs to stay there. But there's some Pyroclasm, some Pick Your Poison. Those will come in to help me against Carl's creatures.
So now we bring out some cards we don't need and bring in some cards that would be better for the situation. I have a bunch of removal spells I don't think I'll ever need to use, and we're gonna bring in a bunch of things that deal with artifacts.
Carl, I have a land that's better than your little volcanic island over there.
Does it have for 3 colors?
It does. Go.
You save yourself from having to play untap lands by not having any 1-drops.
This is just good deck building.
I'll play Flooded Strand, which taps for no mana, so it's terrible.
Yeah.
But then I'll play Mishra's Bauble,
Okay.
which is a 0 mana artifact. If I tap it and sacrifice it, I can look at the top player's library, and then I draw a card.
I'll take a draw, and I'll play my pillar of the deck. This time is much better than Lucumeta Torching.
is.
It's Lucumeta Coating. This one turn anything into artifact, even lands.
So, as you've established, it's pretty good. First of all, I'm going to look at the top card in my library with this Mishra's Bauble. I don't want it, so I'm going to fetch. I will use the land that entered the battlefield from it, and I'll consign to memory.
No way.
Which, it has replicate. You're lucky, I did not replicate it.
Strong.
Yes, it is. I counter target triggered ability or colorless spell. So on my upkeep, I'm gonna draw 1 for the bubble, and 1 for my turn. I like having lands,
No.
but I don't like you having
No.
lands.
You know, in Legacy, it often happens that your opponent will look at your lands. Like they just did what Carl exactly did now.
Andrea, I looked at your lands.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm gonna wasteland your Frontier Bivouac.
I should just play basic lands in my deck.
Rick, you gotta save some money, and I'll pass the turn to you.
Untap and draw. I'll play a Bountiful Landscape. Go ahead.
Oh, you're not playing anything. Okay, I'll draw. We're just 2 guys chilling. I'll play a land. I'll pass.
I'll fetch.
Aren't we enjoying this?
I'll pick up a basic island and take my turn.
You may.
Play another mountain. I'll tap 3 and I'll play a Tribute Mage. This one tutors for any artifact that costs 2 mana from my deck.
So Andrea, this feels suboptimal. You don't counter tutor spells. You counter what they tutor, right? But this one hits me for 2 in the face every turn. I'm gonna fetch for another volcanic island. And I'm just gonna pay an honest 2 mana.
This is unfortunate. I have no Simon Spirit Guide, so I can't pay 1.
I'm gonna ponder. Look at the top 3 cards of my library. I don't want any of them.
Wow.
So I'll shuffle.
Must be nice to have a choice of what to draw.
You don't.
Draw a card and I hope it's a good
You
one.
just pray. And now, I'll draw. Oh, well, this is exactly what I wanted to draw.
What was it? Is it
Not
a
only
land?
do I have a... No, it's a Delver of
Delver.
Secrets.
Finally.
Remember that one?
Finally something to kill.
I'll play my 3rd land and a bubble.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap and draw.
Finally something to kill, you said? I just realized.
All right, so I have this line in multi-land. I'm gonna kill Carl's Delver, but you don't have to do it now. I can wait for his upkeep so that he'll maybe like reveal me a card, or he has to play a brainstorm to set up the top, and you know, I'll get more information. Just wait. Play a Lucumeta Torque. We know this. This is the goal of my deck.
So you can successfully turn my cards into artifacts.
Oh, it resolves?
I know last game we countered the Torque, but now we kind of know what he's up to. We know that post-sideboard, there's a chance he has stronger spells that we need to really counter. And what we've seen from this Torque is it turns his Abrades, which deal 3 damage to my creatures, into Doomblades, which kill my creatures, but my creatures die to Abrade anyways, so let's just wait for better spells to counter. It's not going to make a difference.
Well, my Lucumeta Torque resolved. Very happy about that. And it's your turn.
Do you want to turn something into an artifact?
No. Your artifact is already an artifact.
It is. I will use an artifact because, as we remember, I will look at the top card of my library because I want this to flip.
Yep.
And GP Milan did it.
Flip.
I want this, but I don't want it on top of my library. At the end of your turn,
Okay.
we're gonna brainstorm,
Okay.
which allows me to draw 3 cards, and then put 2 back on the top of my library. These 2 go back, all on top,
Yes.
and I have a trigger.
Help me.
Oh, you just allowed me to do anything I want. Well, now it's on top of my library, so let me show you
Ooh.
a daze.
Yeah, that's actually very good information. This never flips, but
I have a bubble trigger.
you have a bubble trigger. 1 second though. Everything is on the stack. Before that, before your draw, I'm gonna bolt it. And they can even pay for days. Look at that.
Ah, well, the daze is still here.
I know, but you have another one in hand.
That's okay.
That's good.
It's unfortunate. Well, this daze goes into my hand, and then I draw for turn. I will exile 5 cards from my graveyard.
Okay, what are they?
4 of them are instant sorceries. 1 of them is a land. What are you doing? I just wanted to exile them.
No, you can't.
I can't legally do
Yeah,
that.
I can.
No. To play this Murktide Regent, which will enter with 4 counters on it because there's 4 instant sorceries exiled with it. I will then play this Polluted Delta, pass the turn, and hope you're dead in 3 turns.
End of turn, I'm gonna turn this into an artifact
For fun?
until the end of the turn.
Congratulations.
I'll take a draw step. All right, Murktide Regent, it's time to become once again.
It's experienced. It knows. It's been through this before.
It's time to become once again a thing made from a man. And then we're gonna smash this meterines it. This is an artifact, so it's destroyed, and if it resolves, you take 3 damage.
In response, I will brainstorm.
Okay.
Once again, we've been through this. I draw 3 cards, put 2 cards back on top of my library, and then I don't want to take 3 damage, and this is my friend. And you can't hurt my friend. So I'm going to exile the Daisy now to play Force Negation, which would exile. Yes.
It was all planned.
Go. Oh, that's it.
I tried to kill your dragon with my combo. Like, what else?
Here, combo. I'll attack you for 7.
I'll take 7, that's fine. My mana base is clean, so I was still at 20 life.
I will play a Delver of Secrets and pass the turn.
And tap and draw. Exactly what I needed. Murktide Regent?
Yes?
It's time to be an artifact once again. You know why? Because you're gonna experience an ancient grudge.
Flashback.
Yeah, you countered that one that doesn't.
How rude! I was going to do this anyway, so just in case it does anything.
Again?
I'll brainstorm again. Is this my 4th brainstorm?
Tommy would hate so much to edit this video.
It's okay, I'm editing it. Brainstorms are my bread and butter. I'll draw 3 cards. And unfortunately, yes. Woo! My Murktide Regent is gone.
Success. I'm gonna tap 2 mana and play a Pyroclasm. 2 damage to every creature.
As a Doomblade, I'm going to fetch, which will allow me to shuffle my library because I know it's on top. Because I need to protect my creatures somehow.
No.
And those didn't. Good thing Tommy's not here.
No.
Tommy wouldn't like this.
No way. You have another one?
I'll brainstorm.
Again?
Yes!
How many brainstorms did you have put in your deck?
7. If you called a judge, I'd be dead. These 2 back on top.
Yeah?
This will die.
Nice. Your turn.
Okay. I will play
another
a
one.
Murktide Regent, but this time I don't have any instants or sorceries in my graveyard.
What do you mean?
So I'll just exile 4,
Wait.
5 regular spells.
No way. You have another one?
Oh, well, I wasn't going to play it, but if you tell me I should, I'm going to exile 5 spells, 4 of which are instant sorceries from my graveyard, which will make both friends unite in being 7/7.
It's okay. I can beat this.
You keep on saying that!
I can, but I have an
You
ancient
have an
grudge in
ancient
my
grudge. You have an
graveyard.
ancient grudge.
Let's go.
You also have 13 life.
Draw. Turn this into an artifact.
You keep doing that.
And then I'll play an Embered Shield Breaker.
Oh,
Destroy
no.
target artifact.
Well, since I have only hands now, I can do this.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, it's... Stop it!
And then I'm going to play it. 2 mana, 2/1.
Luckily, it's gonna start by
Okay.
hitting you for 7. Go.
Okay.
Is this an artifact?
I have to hope you haven't drawn a counter spell. This is an artifact, yes indeed, and it's gonna be destroyed by the Ancient Grudge.
I drew a counter spell.
Yeah? Is that Force Negation?
No.
Oh, we did it! I'm not gonna play around days this late in the thing, so I'm gonna tap 4 and play a card.
Ooh, that's very good here. It does indeed resolve.
Whoa, really? All right, let's go. I'm gonna -2, and I'm gonna get the only card in this whole deck that lets you say this is a legacy deck.
Because it's banned in Modern?
Well, it could be also an older one in Modern, but yeah, it is actually banned. It's Mycosynth Lattice. It doesn't do anything. Don't worry about it. I'll attack you for 2. Go.
I'll draw.
What's that?
I was looking at your lands.
Okay, no.
I'll pass the turn.
Wait, you don't destroy this?
It's too far, I can read it.
I have 6 mana. Carl has some tricks. I'm gonna take a draw.
I told you, I draw a counter spell.
Unfortunately, Commander Torque says target non-land permanent becomes an artifact. So, see if Rick put a Lucometa coating in the sideboard. I'm taking it, yeah.
No notes.
-2 on the card and play another Lucometa coating.
That's not a Mycosynth Lattice. What are you doing?
I play around your Force of Will.
I shouldn't have told you I drew a counter spell.
Oh, you casted it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to start blowing up my lands. If not, I can't play this anymore.
All right. Boom, take 2.
Sure.
And your turn.
Do I still have creatures left in my deck?
No. I'll activate it.
I mean, you can. It's a free country.
All right.
Yes.
I'll activate it, get back Lucometa coating.
I'll play Dragon Ridge's Chandler and
Okay.
pray.
And draw. 6th land. All right then, I'm gonna tap 6 lands and play Mycosynth Lattice. Now, what does this say is? Let's read it together, because again, it doesn't say much.
No, it says much. It mostly means nothing.
All permanents are artifacts, in addition to their type. All cards that aren't in play, spells and permanents are colorless. Actually, I've never read this part in my life. Players may spend mana as though it were mana of any color. Actually, didn't know that.
Yeah. Most people stop at the first part.
Yeah, so that's actually, I don't care about most that's read, but the first line, your permanents, all of the 5 of them are now artifacts. And this one says, activated abilities of artifacts your opponent control can't be activated.
So I can tap my lands.
You cannot tap your lands for mana. I'll tick up card, turn the Mycosynth Lattice into a 6/6.
Yes.
And you can go.
Does it fly?
Your end is very near.
I'm at 13, but I've never felt so close to death.
Remember, you cannot tap your lands for mana.
I will surveil.
Oh, wow, that's like
This is
literally
free.
the
This
only.
is free.
That's the only legal play you can do.
If this is a sorcery...
No way.
Oh, it is!
No
I'll
way.
put this into my graveyard.
No way. Okay, so this is now a 33 flyer.
Yes. So, thanks to Delirium, it's a 3/3 flying and... I'm sorry, and I didn't want to do this, but it says I have to attack each combat, if able.
To me?
No, of course not. We're friends. I'll attack your Karn. I don't know Karn that way. Now my lands can tap for mana.
They can, but
Unfortunately,
yeah, it's no card.
I can only wave.
You can only crack. You can also crack the bubble.
I do want a card during your turn, because if it's a counter spell, I'll look at it. I'll pass the turn.
On draw. On top.
I'll draw.
Draw.
Yes.
Play another card.
Not another Karn. Okay.
It resolves.
I already had the extreme luck of hitting a sorcery. with
All
this.
right, then all your permanents are artifact. Remember
Yes,
that.
they can tap for mana.
Okay, you saw the top card on my deck. Top for red, destroy an artifact.
Out of the kindness of your heart. Oh, it's only 1 red. I thought it was 2. Ah, I'm such an idiot. I bring back, pay 1 at least. I'll surveil.
Pay for 1. Look at the Lucometa Torque. They say it's worse than the Lucometa Coaching,
But it
but
taps for mana. Okay, unfortunately, I could have still done my fun shenanigans with this, but I really need
it's over,
a miracle
Karn.
now.
+1, turn on the lattice.
Attack me for
for
8.
8. At least we're gonna make it short. You don't have any plays. You're
You
locked.
call me Karn, you attack me for 8. Attack.
Rick, we are doing this. This game was actually, we completely crashed you there. Sorry. I'm gonna draw, turn this on.
Well done. Game 3.
Wow, what a win. Honestly, Rick, I didn't have the best trust in your deck, but after this game, I am pumped. We got a great win. We just need to do it one more time for that game 3.
Okay, Rick, at the end of this game, you already have this deck. We're putting this deck into a deck box and we're mailing it straight to you. But if your deck wins this last game, you get €100 credit put onto your Cardmarket account. All you need is that Andrea, one of the best Magic players in the world, wins with it, but he has a tough ask. Andrea,
Yes.
not only are you playing a deck that costs a fraction of mine, but this time, I'm going first.
You are, but I open a nice hand.
And I will mulligan this.
Nice. Love to hear that.
If I say it 6 more times, you just win.
But it wouldn't be a good game.
I will put this card at the bottom of my library. But then, as I am going first, and I'll tell you now, I love going first. I'll start by taking 1 damage.
One step closer to the grave.
That's the cool thing about going first. I get to be the first person to take 1 damage.
Yeah, well, I definitely don't take 1 damage unless you attack me.
Sucks to be you then.
No,
I'll play Dragon
you
Regis
will
Channeler.
attack me.
Don't take your card yet.
What's that?
I'll also play a Mishra's Bauble,
That's a
which
nice play.
triggers my Surveil. I'll look at the top card. Do you look like someone who's playing a lot of non-basic lands?
I have plenty. You should really top that wasteland.
Fun. Of my graveyard. There's no graveyard order matters here. It's your turn.
Do you want to look at my card? Or can I draw it?
You can draw it.
Ooh, it's a really good one. You should have looked at it.
Well, I guess you'll show me very soon.
I will fetch so
Yeah.
that you don't stifle me. Pick up a basic island and it's your turn.
Okay, now that I know the top card of your library, I want to look at it once it's done shuffling.
All right, what do you want it to be?
If it's a Black Lotus, you're disqualified. Oh, why did you put a Black Lotus in the deck? I will draw for the bubble. I will draw for the turn. And then I will brainstorm, which will trigger the Surveil. Which I'll keep on top. I'll put 3 cards in my hand. And then I'll put these 2 on top of my library. And I've done a special trick.
What's that?
I'll play another Mishra's Bauble.
Okay.
I'll Surveil. Bonk.
Wow.
Now I have Delirium, because I have 4 creature types. What are you writing?
3 damage.
How did you know? It would have been... I was so dumb.
What's that?
I should have played this before the Mishra's Bauble, but I'm all about that jazz,
It's
so
okay.
I forgot
you don't
about
need
it.
You don't need it. You don't need it. You have another one? Oh
If it
my
was all
god.
for the effect, I would have had another trigger.
Is there a pick your poison on top of my deck?
No.
Oh.
Enjoy your Frontier Bivouac.
No way! On top, draw. It's not an exciting moment when you know that it's a bad card, but it's okay. I'll play a mountain, I'll tap 2, and I'll play the pillar of my deck, Yukumara Coating. So I can't complain too much about it.
I'm sorry.
No. Are you countering it? Oh!
I'll play a Daze, which allows me to bring an island back to my hand. Not only do I counter unless you pay 1, but I Surveil.
You know,
Surveil?
what's the worst part of Magic? Is when your opponent is beating you and hits you with the I'm sorry. You can go.
Andrea doesn't know better. He will show me the top of his library, though.
Please, reveal a good card.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'll draw for my turn. And I'll draw for Bubble. I'll attack for 6. Ooh, your life total is melting. So this was good before.
Wait, why did you say melting?
I wasn't inspired in any way by potential cards at the top of my library. I don't need this Daze. I'll look at more cards on top of my library. I want this one.
Okay.
It stays on top.
You still have to resolve Ponder.
I forgot I was just doing so many game actions. Yes, I would very much like to resolve Ponder. I would like to put this in my hand, this on top, and then this right underneath. Okay, draw your Rootbind Crag.
No way! Stop. It's okay, I have a plan.
Show me.
I can bring back the Cometa Coating with a Beard Ruin.
Yes, you can.
And you can go.
I will look at your probably a island by now. Okay, I'll draw for the bubble. I'll draw for the turn. I'll attack you for 6.
It's okay, I'm alive.
Not for long.
Yeah, I'm alive.
How long are you alive if I play this?
No! Not long. It's my turn?
Yes.
I'll crack the Beard Ruin to get back
Liquid Metal
Cometa
Coating,
Coating.
yes.
Yeah, that's what my deck does. Draw.
For context, Rick, you're getting this deck anyways.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, we've upgraded. Now we just give them the deck. You were playing for €100.
So Ricky, you're gonna get Dispossession Who Endures near mint condition.
But if you win, you can still give Rick €100.
I don't have the cards to win this game, unfortunately, Rick. But before that, I'm not gonna go without
doesn't enter
fighting.
tap.
It enters top because I tap it. You sacrifice a creature with flying.
Oh, I knew about this.
Yes.
Well done.
And I'm also gonna play the Cometa Coating.
I'm gonna counter that with a consign to memory. Okay, so you're at 5.
I'm at 5.
I'm sorry, Rick. I'm sorry, Andrea. I'll attack for 6. Well played.
GG, thank you, thank you. Honestly, winning the game too, I'm just so happy.
I think doing this for Legacy might have been a bit too much of a stretch for the €100. Maybe we need to up the budget next time.
Yeah, let's do a new format.
Vintage, €100 to beat a vintage deck.
Yeah,
That's fair.
definitely doable.